Hey guys, it's Sim Queen, and today I'm back with another speed build for the first time in over a year, which is crazy, but I've just been focusing so much on the aspirations challenge that I really haven't had time for speed builds. But I am going to be starting a new challenge because apparently I hate myself. We're going to do the 100 baby challenge again, which I said for a long time I would never do it again. I had just had so much emotional scarring. I needed a break. It's been a couple of years. I think I ended it 2 years ago. It was 138 episodes, which I think is pretty good for a 100 baby challenge. But I did finish that challenge, and you know what? I did have fun with it. It was a very fun challenge. It was super silly and fun and playful and just ridiculous. And that's kind of what I'm feeling that. Like, I'm still going to be doing the aspirations challenge, still going to be uploading that several times a week, but I'm also going to do this challenge because I feel like I'm in the mood. And it was little Simsy who actually inspired me to do this. I saw that she was restarting the baby challenge, and though I had been thinking about it since the update came out for infants, I just hadn't totally committed. But then as soon as I saw someone else doing it, I felt kind of supported, and I was like, you know what, if I start this, I won't be alone in that. And it really was a fun challenge. It was crazy at times. It was ridiculous. There were periods of time where I just didn't upload because going into that household was stressful and I didn't feel like doing it. But for the most part, it was fun. I love just playing ridiculous gameplay now and then. My Sims babies were ridiculous, crazy, weird names. We had all kinds of odd themes. It was just a good time. We did it in 2 generations, and I mean, because you can't really do it in 1 generation. It's probably impossible. But we did have those 100 babies, and as much as it was difficult, it was also equally just fun to have you guys kind of like with me for that journey. And I hope you guys follow me again, because I think it's going to be a little bit different this time. Although not that much has changed regarding the rules. It's more the game that has changed. Now that we have infants, it's going to be a little bit different. I'm not totally sure what to expect, but the rules are all going to be the same, except with this new life stage, infants, you can't age them up until they have either reached their 5 days, which is their full lifespan as an infant, or until they've reached all of their milestones. So that's really the only thing that's going to change. Other than that, it's going to be the same challenge rules. I'm going to add a couple of like my own little, I wouldn't say rules, just traditions, I guess, because we did them last time, and I think it'd be fun to do it again. So here we are. I'm going right back into it. I am going to regret this at some point for sure, but I think it's fun to torture yourself a little bit. And so here I am building a starter home for the 100 baby challenge. I did use the budget of 16,500 simoleons because I believe that's what a sim gets when they move out on their own, when it's just 1 sim. I could be wrong about that. I actually think the challenge rules state that you can work with 20,000 simoleons, but I actually didn't end up needing that much. So we won't live here forever. This is just going to be our starter home. I can't say for sure how many babies we're going to have in this house, but eventually we will move out. I was thinking our sim could make money through painting because she can't have a traditional job. And then also through growing roses because that is a huge money maker. Dragon fruit, I believe, is another one. If you guys have quick ways to make money, let me know because we're going to need to do that. I'm going to want to move into a bigger house. This is a very small house for having 7 children at a time. So it's going to be difficult at first. The beginning is very, very tough because you have all these kids in your tiny little house and it's tough to start out. But this is going to be pretty much it for the speed build portion. And then we're going to be moving on to create a sim. So I just went into the gallery and found a sim and just kind of worked from there basically and changed her into what I had in mind. So I ended up naming her Sophie. I think I just randomized that, or maybe it was her name to begin with. I think I randomized it and I just liked it, so we went with that. And then her last name is Breeder, which I thought just suits her really well. I had a hard time with the the traits because they can't be. I think it says they can't be family oriented. I can't remember if I made that rule up or if that was actually in the challenge rules, but I decided not to go with that. It does state in the challenge rules that your sim cannot have any like family-based aspiration. So I went for the soulmate aspiration with sort of the backstory that this is kind of what she's looking for in life, and maybe she'll eventually find that person, but she's going to have to kiss a lot of frogs to get to that point, because we do have to have 100 babies, and a lot of them will be multiples. We're going to have the online line lot trait, I'm pretty sure you can have that. I need to touch up on the rules just a little bit. And then we'll also get I think it's a reward trait or a perk. And we'll add that as well, so we can have multiples as often as possible. We can't cheat multiples, so that won't be happening. But I'm just going to be following a lot of the traditions that I did last time. I just had so much fun. Just killing off some Sims was a good time. Not the kids, obviously, because you can't really do that. But I will link the challenge rules. I'm just using the original ones, which I believe is... it's on Kelsey and Peachy K's... is it her website? I can't remember what it is, but I will link that because that's where I found the link to the rules, and I did kind of brush up on them. I need to read them again because it was obviously very long and I couldn't remember all of them. But also, if you're going to be watching the challenge, you may want to brush up on the rules yourself as well. I can't possibly go through all of them, but basically the whole point is to have 100 babies in as few generations as possible, and you cannot have babies with more than one person. So once you've used a donor, you can't go back to them. That's it. You can have multiples. You cannot have any other Sims in the household to help you raise the babies. You can't hire any kind of help. You can have your teenage Sims help, which is good. Newborns can't age up until their natural birthday. Infants can't age up until they've reached all their milestones or the 5-day mark, which is their entire lifespan. Toddlers can't age up until they've reached level 3 or until they've maxed 3 different skills. Kids can't age up until they get an A in grade school, and teens can't age up till they get an A in high school. So those are kind of the challenges, because you do really need to take care of them. You can't just let them go and go do your own thing. You need to actually put in some work so that your kids can age up faster, which is kind of fun. But man, honestly, I went back and watched a few of my episodes. I watched the finale. I kind of just clicked a few random ones and just kind of went back to the good old days, basically. And it was a little bit traumatizing and scarring, because I remember how frustrating it was playing that challenge sometimes. But at the same time, it was very fun and just ridiculous. I love a ridiculous household now and then. So that's what this is going to be. So Sophie is just a bit of a different sim. You wouldn't expect her to aspire to have 100 babies, but she's kind of like a fashion-forward, really cares about her looks. I did make her self-absorbed. She's also romantic and creative. But the self-absorbed part, I feel like, is going to sort of play a role in her parenting. She may sometimes put herself first. I could definitely see that. And she cares a lot about what she looks like. I feel like she's going to put a lot of work into keeping up her appearance, like working out as often as possible. We're going to give her makeovers. I just want to keep her current and fresh, and keep her in the main focus if possible. So I would love for you guys to come and watch this challenge. It'll be starting later this week. I will upload the very first episode. But that's going to be pretty much it for the build and creating our sim for this challenge. I hope to see you guys over there. Thank you so much for watching.